everybody? Bradley here, and welcome back to day 2 here. 2 days in a row. I'm trying to get something going here. So, I'm going to talk to you guys today about something that I think is a hot topic for this all season, and that's where Tony Romo will end up. Now, Tony Romo, as you know, is a Cowboys quarterback, and he's been there for years now, and if you don't know his story, he was undrafted out of Eastern Illinois, and he wasn't supposed to start originally, and you had Quincy Carter, Drew Bledsoe, and a handful of other quarterbacks that were there over him in the depth chart. Then Drew Bledsoe gets hurt, Tony Romo comes in, and that's pretty much end of story. Romo's been there and doing for 14 years now, and now it looks like his tenure with the Cowboys is over. Dak Prescott lit up the league last year, the best rookie quarterback, arguably, that we've seen all time. Now, of course, the Cowboys could hold on to Romo and say, you know what, we don't know what Dak's going to do in his sophomore year yet. Better to hold on to him just to be safe. Well, the Cowboys don't have that leisure right now. They are biting the bullet right now with the cap space that he holds. If they release him, they can get $5.1 million, but if they trade him, they can get a lot more, depending on how much they are willing to get for him. There's numbers involved that I'm not very good at math, so not going to go into the whole mathematics side of that, but if you look at what he's done over his career, I'm going to throw up a little bit of his highlights right now just so you guys can see what he's done, some of his biggest moments, in case you guys don't know what Tony Romo is capable of doing, and if your team should go get him. So check it out.
I've said it for a long time. He's an elite quarterback. He creates a lot. To come back the way he has the last 2 years off injury.
Romo in the gun, back to throw. Touchdown Cowboys! Romo back shoulder fade, Des Bryant, touchdown Cowboys, ball game on. Now throws it in the end zone for a touchdown, touchdown Cowboys. Wow.
Boy, he took a shot.
He avoids Irvin, now he comes back to his right, points, throws it down the right sideline, Terrence Williams at the Seattle 47.
Okay, now that you see what Romo can do, now you're probably questioning, is my team looking to get him? Well, there's a handful of teams that are on the market for Romo. You look at a team like the Cleveland Browns, who can always need a quarterback. I mean, that's Cleveland Browns. Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, you might think, oh, they got Blake Bortles. Blake Bortles has not been performing the way that they thought they would. So, it's time to move on from him, in my opinion. They have the weapons. I mean, they have a young running back in TJ Yeldon. He's very good, and of course he saw a drop-off this year, but that's because there was no quarterback play in front of him. Blake Bortles' first year was really good. In my opinion, I think that he looked like he could finally be the savior for that franchise, but it's just not happening there. I mean, you got all that wide receiver talent in Marquise Lee and all the other wide receivers they have there. It's really, really a good option if you ask me. Now, next up, you have a team like the Redskins, who are this close to actually being a Super Bowl contender. I mean, they just made the playoffs last year, and they were on the brink of playoff contention this year. They just need that quarterback. Of course, they have Kirk Cousins, who is their leader, and I think that he's a very good quarterback, and eventually he could come out and be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. But he's being very stubborn and wants a lot of money. He wants money like along the lines of what Tony Romo has right now. And he's just not up there in talent yet. Now, Redskins fans, I know you're probably going to be upset at that, but that's the truth. He's just not ready yet. He's not that top shelf talent, and he's not ready for that money. So, the Redskins are looking to maybe franchise and then trade him somewhere, bring in Tony Romo, and draft a young quarterback this year and let him sit under Tony Romo for a year. That could be huge because Romo did say he wants to go somewhere that he can play the Cowboys. And if he goes to Redskins, he can play the Cowboys twice a year. So, that could be an option for him. Another team, the Houston Texans. Look at all the weapons they have there. I mean, they have a great defense. They are very, very close to being a Super Bowl caliber team. And if you ask me, they have a quarterback, and they're ready to go. They can go to the Super Bowl without a doubt. If they had a good quarterback this year, they would have been in the Super Bowl, if you ask me. You look at what they did to the Patriots in the divisional round. The Patriots were playing really bad in that first half of the game. and it was a really close game. If they had an elite quarterback, they'd be able to jump and take advantage of that lead. If they had somebody like Tony Romo who can make plays in clutch moments, even though you might not think so, they could have very easily jumped ahead and made it even more difficult for the Tom Brady vet. Now, you look at another team that could use some quarterback help. And in my opinion, this is the best team for him to go to. And it might be a shocker to you, but the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, that might be like, why the Chiefs? But they need help at quarterback. Even though they have Alex Smith, he's just not doing it anymore. Yes, is he leading them there? Just enough. He's doing what Peyton Manning did in that last year of his career. He's pretty much is giving them a quarterback and just doing what he has to do at a pretty good level, and that's about it. Not really going above and beyond, doing these great things. He's getting a little bit old now. Alex Smith is somebody who relied more on his feet throughout his career, if you remember early on. So again, it could be something worth looking into. And now, you saw those Tony Romo highlights. Let's take some looks at Alex Smith. Just so you guys can get a little bit of a comparison. And then tell me what you guys think down below. If you think that Romo should go to the Chiefs or what other team you want to see him go to. So I'll be back. Enjoy the highlights. So now you got a chance to look at Alex Smith. It's definitely a 50-50 split whether or not you want to go with the aging, often injured vet, or if you want to go with another aging, a little bit less often injured, but still has an injury history in Alex Smith, who's fading. Romo still has years on him. He still has another 2, maybe 3 years in the league. So you could look and think about maybe going that way. If they keep Nick Foles around as the backup, that is not a bad backup option behind Tony Romo. The Cowboys look to bring in Nick Foles this year as well, so it could be something that they would like to do and bring in Romo and have Foles with them, because Foles was once one of the better quarterbacks in the leagues, if you remember. So it's definitely a good situation if they have Romo and Foles, and maybe even if they keep Alex Smith, maybe at his current cap hit, maybe not a good idea. They can trade him away to maybe a team like the Bills, which is another team that you could see Tony Romo maybe looking to go to. That good defense, and you have Sammy Watkins, you have a good running back in LaShawn McCoy, and even Gillislee as that backup. He's been very good. If you don't remember, he had a very good year. I think that he was, arguably in my opinion, I think he was a low-key guy who could have maybe even made it to the Pro Bowl. That's just my opinion. If they needed somebody to fill in at the running back position, I would have gone with Gillislee. He had a very, very under-the-radar good season. And you have Sammy Watkins, LaShawn McCoy, Robert Woods, who's going to be a free agent, but I think they'll re-sign him just in time, that offensive line is not bad over there. You have Eric Wood at the center, who is very good in my opinion. That defense is good enough to carry them. I think that Romo can make the Bills a playoff contender, along with a team like the Chiefs, and take them above and beyond playoff contender and take them to the Super Bowl. The Texans, he could take them to the Super Bowl. I mean, you saw how close he's been to taking a team like the Dallas Cowboys, who weren't that good throughout his career. Even through their worst years, they were still somewhat a little bit contenders. So, tell me what you guys think, where you think Romo should go, and I'll leave you guys with another little highlight reel of Tony Romo, and let me know where you guys think he should go. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Peace.